Welcome to the Lunar Lounge.
The Hitmakers.
Welcome to the Lunar Lounge.
Good day to every single one of you. Welcome to the Lunar Lounge podcast. I am the host with the most planetary news and updates. My name's Israel Josie. You're tuned in. You're locked in to the Lunar Lounge podcast. I want to thank each and every single one of you who have subscribed, who do follow my show. For those of you who listen to on the podcast of Apple or Spotify or Google Podcasts, wherever it is that you're catching the show, want to thank each and every single one of you. I'm also live also on the Instagram also as well. You can get me there on Sacred Planets. The Lunar Lounge podcast, it's a show that aims to share, inform, enlighten, empower, uplift, educate, entertain. Entertain. Why not? We're gonna have a bit of entertainment, right? And that's what this show essentially is about. It's about astrology. It's astrological centered. It's astrological orientated. Although I do connect it with other things, tarot. Later on, I'll be doing the tarot card of the week. I run a competition also as well weekly. Although there's no winners this week, not too late. Try and get the answer in. If you'll remember the question. So yeah, there's no winners yet. So listen, man, it's up for grabs. I'll be bringing up the chart for the moment as well, letting you know what it is that we're going to be looking forward to over the course of the next couple of weeks, planetary-wise. We got eclipse season coming up. We got 2 eclipses coming up. Got a new moon eclipse. We got a lunar eclipse. It's like, it's that time of the year. And dealing with any other planetary configuration as well. Want to give shout outs to everybody who has joined me here in the chat room on the YouTube. If you ever always wonder why it is I'm always turning sideways, it's because I'm working with 2 screens here. Matter of fact, 3, because I've got the Instagram people and I've also got the YouTube people, and then I'm also filming also as well. So it's like, talk about multitasking, right? I should have been born a Gemini or Sagittarius with the way I multitask, or a Pisces or a Virgo. They can handle it too. All the mutable signs. But shout outs to Jacqueline Witter. Hello. Shout outs to edutainment. That's it. That's the word I'm looking for, Tyrone. Thanks a lot. Edutainment. That's it. Shout outs to Tyrone in the room also as well. And I'm sure more people are going to be joining very shortly if they're not too busy. If not, they can always catch up on the recording. On the YouTube, I do sort of remember the Wednesday's show is always live, right? So the Wednesday show is always live. So always remember that. But I do upload on a Sunday, although I didn't upload last Sunday. Sorry about that, guys. Apologies. Yeah, I know. I was actually literally on a plane. I was traveling all Sunday. And by the time I got through traveling, it was like too late. It was like, no can do. Although I could have done a pre-recorded, but I was busy on this Friday and the Saturday also as well. So yeah, well, it gets like that. I have told you that, but there may be 1 or 2 that go missing here and there. But predominantly, nobody does it like me. I'm uploading 2 shows a week, every Sunday and every Wednesday. But the Wednesday one is live. Although I'm streaming live on the YouTube, it does I stream live on the YouTube, but I do take it down just to edit it, sort of like thing, and then it uploads again. Again, if you're listening to on any of the podcast platforms, Apple, Spotify, Amazon, are also available on all of them. You can listen there. Again, it gets loaded up, uploaded on the day as well, so you can catch that later as well. Yeah, I spoke about the competition time. I'll be bringing up the chart for the moment, letting you know what it is that we can be looking forward to. Like I said, eclipse season is upon us now. We've got 2 eclipses coming up. How is that going to be affecting us? So I will be talking about that. Mercury is about to go into the sign of Libra. Okay, Venus is about to enter the sign of Virgo. There's so much stuff going on planetary wise. What is happening? You know, Jupiter's still retrograde, Saturn is still retrograde, Uranus is still retrograde. It's like it's all up in the air. So let's see where the planets are going to be taking us in a moment. I'll be bringing up the chart for the moment. And again, like I said, tarot card of the week. Now, shout outs to the Libra. It is Libra season. Shout outs to Libra season. I want to give huge shout outs. I was in Morocco over the weekend, and you know, it's yeah, I went to a birthday party, Libra. Nobody throws a birthday like a Libra, man. You know, so shout out to Alexandra, Lexi. Shout out to all your family, Bianca, Flavia, you know, the whole family. Shout outs, Max. Shout outs to, I'm trying to remember the names of the siblings now, but you know who you are. Shout outs to the whole crew and everybody, obviously, who I met. It was a ball. Yeah, that's a party to remember. I think she threw my party in there as well. We're actually born the same day. Check that out. You know what I mean? Yep. October 6th, people. Shout outs. But it's the Libra season, so we are in the Libra season, so we all know that. So shout outs to all the Librans out there. Happy birthday if your birthday has just passed or if it's coming also as well. Okay. All right. Somebody's asking here, how will it affect Leo ascendant? Yeah, well, we shall discuss about that in terms of how it's going to affect Leo ascendants. It's not actually in Leo, so it's not going to have too much of an effect on that. But yeah, perhaps maybe the full moon or the lunar one. But we'll talk about that a bit later when I talk about the upcoming eclipses. So big stuff happening. Shout outs to Yvette also in the chat room also as well. Yes. Pre-birthday eve boy. Yeah, that's me. So yeah, shout outs there. What else is it? I was gonna say something. I forgot what I was gonna Morocco. I did say I was in Morocco. Brilliant time. I should have been there longer. I should have been there at least a week. Magnificent place. Stayed in a wonderful place. And yeah, it was really cool. Now, it was quite interesting because before going, I was like a little bit, mixed feelings. Like, the earthquake had happened, less than a month ago or so. But it was quite interesting how they had, and it's, it's all relative, isn't it? It's quite interesting how they saw the situation of people come. They wanted people to come because tourism is a huge part of Morocco's, if you want to say income. People make, that's how a lot of the people there make a living through and, of tourists. So they were quite inviting and quite welcoming and actually promoting people to come so that, if people come, obviously they spend more money, and by spending more money, again, it allows them to rebuild. So I kind of understand that. It's an Islamic country, so of course, the fatality or the people who passed away, in Islam religion, they're buried very quickly within 24 hours. So, there's pros and cons to everything in life, isn't there? There's no one straightforward, clean answer or right or wrong, so to speak. So, yeah. So, I mean, it was quite. The people are coping quite well. They have been hit tremendously, and it's been hugely damaged, especially people in the more, poorer areas. But, you help out where you can help out. And people were giving, people were helpful. So it was great to see. So shout outs to the people of Morocco. Thanks for your welcome. Thanks for your your hospitality. Basically, food was wonderful. Food was great as always. It's not my first time in Morocco. I've been in Morocco. I was there about 5-6 years ago or something like that. But this time was really lit. This was like bougie Morocco, So yeah, so shout outs there. So good luck. The travel was good. Went fine, came back fine. Had that Mercury, Uranus, Mercury, Jupiter trine going on. So it was a great time to travel, I did say. So I went at the right time with that one. So yeah, cool stuff. Yeah, it's my birthday this week, people. It's okay. Calm down on the happy birthday wishes, because you just reminded me that I'm getting old, man. But hey, I shall grow old gracefully, as they say. Yeah, I need to get back in the gym, man. I need to start looking like I was when I was 21. Yeah, give me back that body and those looks. But yeah, growing old is a part of life, isn't it? Isn't it not? Right? Yeah, it's cycle of life. What goes around comes around. Ain't nothing new under the sun. Ain't nothing old under the moon. So hey, time is cyclical. So what else did I want to speak about? I'm sure I will speak about a few more things when the chart of the moment is up, which I should be putting up now. Competition time. Remember last week's competition? What planet rules drunks? Nobody has answered that. There's no answer that's come in. I'm just going to check my mail again, just to double check. No, nothing has come in. What's up, people? You didn't answer. Well, it's still available. It's still up for grabs. So I will be doing the competition later on in the show. What's the weather like where you are, guys? Sunny, hot, cold. I'm in London. Quite bright, but windy. I swear I experienced about 3 or 4 different weather conditions over the course of the last 2-3 days. Sun, wind, rain. It's like, which one is it, man? Make up your mind. But yeah, it's wind is blowing quite breezy out there at the moment. So yeah, let's watch this space. Shout outs to you guys who have joined us in the you see I'm turning my head like this. People are probably thinking, why the heck is he turning his head? Well, that's my third screen. That's my Instagram live. Shout out to Mason. Shout out to Imelda, Pfizer. Yeah, shout outs to you there on the Instagram live. And just gotta keep doing my head like that because I can't see the comments otherwise. But shout outs to you. Thanks a lot for joining. Okay, let's go to the chart of the day and chart of the moment, and let's see what it is that we can be looking forward to over the course of the next couple of weeks. Okay, let's get into it. You know how we do. Yeah, what are the stars saying? Did you all see that full moon? Yeah, that last full moon in Aries on Friday was nice, wasn't it? Was good. And then if you all looked clearly, you could also see it, Jupiter. So there was a point where, she was in Aries, then she moved into Taurus, conjunct Jupiter. Was really beautiful to see. Like I said, I was in Morocco. The skies out there are different. For those of you who live in inner cities where there's a lot of light pollution, places like that, you really get to appreciate the heavens because the skies are, and that's even in the quote unquote cities or towns up in Morocco. Take a trip into the desert. you guys, if you haven't done it yet, take a trip to anywhere in the Middle East. I'm talking anywhere Middle Eastern, Egypt, Morocco, North Africa, even anywhere of the North African countries, Morocco, Egypt, Saudi, Jordan, Israel, and go into the desert. Like take a trip, and they do these desert trips where you can go there, you can spend a night, you can spend 2 nights, and you really see the heavens and the stars. Phenomenal. Same place if you go to places like India, you go to the Himalayas, go to places like Nepal. It is mind-blowing. You see that the stars look like they're literally down the road. That's how close they are. If they feel like you can just pluck them, from the skies. It's really, really an experience that I would definitely advise, if that is a word, people to to do in a lifetime. It's like a must. You got to do it at least once. So yeah. Cool stuff, man. So that was the full moon. So where are we at today? Well, the moon's in Gemini. We've got a mercurial moon. The moon is in Gemini at the moment. So a lot of chit chat, a lot of information. And today's a Wednesday. Very, very appropriate for very, very appropriate for communication, learning, connecting. You know how it goes. So the moon is in Gemini for today. So that's good. Very supportive, especially since today's a Wednesday. I purposely picked this show to be on a Wednesday because I wanted to work with Mercury, because Mercury is the planet of astrology. He's the communicator. What better day to engage, to learn, to network, to communicate than a Wednesday? Hence why the show is on a Wednesday. Well, the moon is in Gemini today, so that's very supportive of the show. What do I want to talk about? Okay, Mercury right now is at the very end of Virgo. He's just finished opposing Neptune. I spoke about that last week, the whole delusional thinking, stuff like that. And he's also just finished trining Pluto. Deep, powerful, transformative thoughts, thoughts or ways of thinking. And he's right at the very end right now. And this time tomorrow, the planet Mercury is going to be moving into the sign of Libra. He moves in actually very early in the morning tomorrow, round about like 2 a.m. or something like that. He moves into the sign of Libra. So this time tomorrow, he will be in the sign of Libra. So diplomatic thinking, thinking in a more balanced perspective, thinking objectively, being able to think from an objective perspective is Mercury in Libra. Good place. He's triplicity ruler of the air sign, so he's happy there. He does quite well there in signs like Libra. So that's good to see. The sun is in Libra. Of course, we're in the Libra season. Mars is also in Libra, although he's moving towards the end. So I will be speaking about that in the next week and a half or so. He's looking to go back home. He's looking to go back home in the sign of Scorpio. So we'll talk about that again in a moment. But Mercury is about to switch signs from Virgo, from the analytical way of thinking, into a more diplomatic, graceful, charming way of thinking, a more balanced perspective, a more charming perspective, graceful perspective. Libra is about fairness, isn't it? It's about that fairness. It's about that, things being justified, things being fair, things being civil. So that's what we're going to be experiencing with planet Mercury in the sign of Libra, which will happen from tomorrow. So let's look at the clock. Let's see what else is going to be happening over the course of the next days. Venus as well is coming to the end of her journey in Leo. She was there for quite a while, of course, because she was retrograded for 40 days, came back again. So yeah, kind of been going back and forth with that. So she's coming to the tail end of her journey in the sign of Leo, and she's going to move into Virgo. And when she does do that, she's going to oppose Saturn. And that is something that I spoke about. So she moves in on the 9th of October, in 5 days' time. Right? 5 days' time, Venus moves into Virgo. The moment she moves in, she's going to be opposing Mr. Saturn, right? Saturn's going to be at 1 degree Pisces. So the exactness of this opposition will be on the 10th of October. So it's almost like as soon as she moves in, she's going to be in the clutches of Saturn, right? So what can we expect with this? Venus is the planet of relationships. She's the planet of love. She's the planet of finances. She's the planet that rules Taurus and Libra. So for those of you who are Taurus, Libra, and for those of you who are Taurus rising, Libra rising, or Pisces rising, this may be a planetary configuration, or for anybody who has Venus, Saturn in their birth chart. This can be a particular time of bit stressful. Venus, Saturn. Saturn is the planet of consolidation and constriction, limitation. So he limits the ability of Venus. So one could experience a little bit of hostility, coldness, rejection. It's that kind of configuration. Maybe feel like money's a bit tight, not enough money, feeling insecure, feeling a little bit low, self-esteem. This can be generally, but also more so for those, Taurus Libra or Taurus Libra rising or Pisces rising. Yeah, do watch out for this Saturn Venus opposition. Like I said, it's starting from the 9th. It peaks. We may even start feeling it from the 8th, but the 9th is really when she moves into the sign. Then on the 10th, and we may experience this Saturn Venus until about the 16th of October is when it starts to fizzle out, right? 15th, 16th of October is when it's going to start to fizzle out. So do be mindful of this particular opposition. Watch the money. Can be a good time to perhaps save money around that time, actually. Venus, Saturn. Can be good. Watch the nature of your relationships. Think relationships could take a bit of a heaviness. We know Saturn's quite heavy. So watch this space with this particular opposition. Shout outs to Shayo in the YouTube chat. Peace to you, brother. So yeah, that's what that essentially is going to be about. What else are we going to be having? We got a new moon on the 14th, right? We got a new moon on the 14th. A new moon in Libra. It's going to be an eclipse, people. We've got a solar eclipse, also known as a new moon eclipse. A new moon eclipse, a solar eclipse is exactly the same thing, right? Don't get it twisted. They're exactly the same thing. So, we got this new moon eclipse happening here. New beginnings. The problem with this solar eclipse is that it's next to the south node. The nodes are the points where the celestial line and the ecliptic, where they cross paths. That's basically the path that the moon takes and the path that the sun takes, and they intersect with each other. And that's known as the nodes. And they go through the zodiac signs also as well, but they go in the opposite direction. And they point towards eclipses. Okay, they allow us to know when eclipses are going to take place. We have what's known as the North Node, which is often referred to as the dragon's head or the serpent's head, and the South Node, which is often referred to as the dragon's tail. This eclipse is going to be with the dragon's tail. So, an eclipse takes place at the same degree every 19 years. So for those of you who are old enough to remember what was happening in your life, what began on a new level, what was initiated in your life, what ended and what began in your life 19 years ago. We're in 2000 and what? We're in 2023 now. So we go 19 years back. Where does that take us? 2004. 2004. So if you can remember in 2004, what was the big thing that was happening in your life? Yeah. I take it that everybody who listens to this show is old enough to, or at least old enough to know that in 2004, what you were doing, if you can recall. You might not remember everything. Okay, fine. But I'm sure you can remember some things. 19 years ago, what were you doing? What was ending? What was finishing? Because this is about to repeat. Astrology is about cycles. It's cyclical. It's not linear. The clock goes round and there are different cycles and different timings and different calendars and different points of start and stop. This is a very crucial one that's coming up. Okay? On the 14th of October, we're going to be experiencing this new moon or solar eclipse in the sign of Libra. It's going to be at 21 degrees. Okay? 21 degrees. Matter of fact, let me just pull up the eclipse charts right now. Yeah? While we're at it. Might as well. So I want no, that's for next yeah, so we want this one. These two. Hold on, sorry. So there's that. And I'll also do that one. That will be the full moon one. And then we won't have another one until March next year, so we don't need to talk about that. So these are the two that I need to be analyzing. So that's the solar eclipse chart for London, UK, of course. I've said it for. 21 degrees of Libra. Boom, boom, boom. Yeah. Looks like it's going to be squaring Pluto as well. Some deep stuff happening here. Yeah, time to dig. Yeah. And at the same time, Venus would have moved into Virgo and she will still be opposing Mr. Saturn. Yeah. In the words of Costello, it's not looking good, bruv. Jacqueline with his asking, the eclipse will be bang on my Mercury. Is that what you're saying? Yeah, it'll be bang on your Mercury, will it? Okay. That's important. That is important. That's to do with communication. Picking up your Mercury. It's It's going to be to do with communication. It's going to be to do with information, communication, maybe travel, maybe trade, also depending what house that the Mercury is in your chart. So you want to pay close attention to that. But yes, that's picking up something in your chart. So that's something that you want to be watching out for. As a matter of fact, even actually in the eclipse chart itself, Mercury's there anyway. Mercury's connected because Mercury's going to be at 17 degrees. So the eclipse picks up Mercury too. Or shall I say Mercury picks up the eclipse? Either way, Mercury's involved too. So there's something informative, something to do with information, knowledge, data that we're going to be experiencing. Yeah. New information being revealed, things hidden, really kind of coming to light, but it won't be immediately. It's going to be in 6 months' time when we get the full moon in that. Yeah, that's how you know how it works now. So yeah. Tyrone saying new way to think and speak. Yes, definitely. Most definitely. New ways of thinking, new modes of consciousness. But eclipses are new moons and full moons, but with an extra kick. They're new moons and full moons with a bang. So, but this new moon or solar eclipse, like I said, it's with the South Node. And because it's with the South Node is about emptying, letting go. And the new moon is actually a point where that indicates end of the old, now we're bringing in the new. But there's something about this new moon eclipse that is really bringing in things from the past. Okay? And this is why I'm asking, check in your life. I don't expect you, well, some of you may have diaries, but to check what was going on in your life 19 years ago. Because that's when we had it at that same degree. What happened 19 years ago in your life? Did you go somewhere new? Did you enter a new relationship? Did you start a new job? Because whatever happened is going to be, there's going to be an echo. It's not going to be exactly the same, but it's going to echo. There is going to be an echo of what happened in your life 19 years ago with this eclipse. And like I said, you may pick it up even before the time, before the 14th. Eclipses sometimes manifest before and most times after. Eclipses can last for up to 3, 4, 5, 6 months, a year even. So watch, how this is playing out. For those of you who do subscribe to my paid subscription, you guys get the full-on details of how these lunations, full moons and new moons, you get your lunar return reports. You also get your lunar phases reports as well. So I let you know what and where it is that you are being affected by these lunations. New moon, full moon, quarter moon, first quarter, last quarter. You've all got your reports, right? Some of you in the group right now got yours today or yesterday. Some of you probably not even aware that they've even been sent. Go check your mailboxes, man. I ain't seen none of you download your stuff. So yeah, so you guys know. And by the way, let me just plug my services. If you are interested in having frequent astrology or tarot readings monthly, you can subscribe to my paid subscription. Go to my website. I suggest you do it quickly. Why do I say that? Because the prices are soon going up. Don't worry, you guys who've formally started or registered shall stay the same. Get in there quick. Prices are going up. What's the saying? Today's price ain't yesterday's price. Two different prices. www.sacredplanets.co.uk. www.sacredplanets.co.uk. Hit the membership subscription and choose whichever package that you want. You got the diamond package, the platinum package, or you got the gold package, the platinum package, or the diamond package. Either way, take which one according to. However, my advice is platinum or diamond. Much better. Don't get me wrong, the gold is good too. You do get your money's worth. I guarantee you that. There's no if, buts, or maybes about that. You get bang for your buck. Somebody's happy here in the chat saying, yeah, oh yeah, I've got mail. Of course you got mail. I'm very prompto, I'm not doing bad considering. But don't worry, soon I'll be employing some glamorous assistant who's going to be helping me out because I ain't going to be able to do all this work, man. You mad? Yeah. But it's keeping me busy, keeping me on my toes. And I'm also having to just make adjustments and learn. And, I don't know why I choose myself to do that. At one point, yesterday, I was like, do you really want to do this? You want to refund their money and just like back out? Too late now. Blood in, blood out. So yeah. If you want to know more about how these lunations are, how they affect you, what they're triggering, what it is that they're going to manifest in your life, sign up for the subscription. It's well worth it, man. And people are like joining practically every day. The list is getting bigger and bigger. Yesterday, I was actually even thinking, I'm going to have to stop this, right? I can't just take everybody. You know what I mean? I'm going to have to it's going to be a mad one. I don't know what I'm going to be doing. I was like, I'm going to have to employ people, but then people are going to be like, well, no, we want Israel to do the reading. So I don't know. Maybe people to do the administrative, but the readings I'm probably going to have to keep doing myself, right? Which I don't have a problem doing, but there's only so much I can do, right? So let's see. What is the number going to be where I cap it and say enough? When you get on the website and you see a big, stripe going through the subscription page saying, no more subscriptions. We're no longer taking any subscriptions at the moment. But until then, sign up, people. It's a good look. You definitely get your money's worth. You get readings every month. You get tarot readings every month for the month. You get your lunar and lunar phase reading for the month. You get your numerology as well. You're going to have your monthly one there also as well. It's well worth it, people. You should be biting my fucking hand off, man. Excuse my French. My lovely French. My French is getting better, isn't it? You should be biting my hand off. It's a deal that So get on there. So back again to this new moon in Libra. This eclipse, solar eclipse in Libra, 21 degrees. Quite interesting. Dun, dun, dun. What happened 19 years ago? I know something that happened to me 19 years ago, around that degree. Okay. Let's go for it. So what else? What else we got? So we got that. So that's going to be on the 14th. I'll speak about the other eclipse that's going to follow. That will be on the 28th. I'll speak about that in a moment. But let's just go back and let's just see what else is going to be happening. So 9th of October, Venus moves into Virgo, opposes Saturn. What else can we expect around about that time? Okay. Prior to that, let's go back a bit. Well, it's actually happening right now. Okay. At the moment, the planet Mars is squaring Pluto. I repeat, the planet Mars is squaring Pluto. Energy, power. It's a square though, however. This can be a little bit difficult to handle. Do watch, especially for those of you who are Aries, Scorpio, Aries rising, Scorpio rising. Want to be mindful about this one. Capricorn rising as well, because that's the sign where Mars is exalted. Mars Pluto is really about, releasing. It's a purging function. Pluto has a purging function. It's about going into our depths and releasing and transforming any kind of anger or rage or unresolved issues that we may have on the inside. Pluto Mars. It's a very, very powerful aspect. It's a powerful aspect to have if you've got it in your birth chart, and it's a powerful aspect to also experience while it's going on in the heavens. We often see this surge of aggression. It's likely connected to that sad situation which we experienced over here in the UK with a young lady of 15-year-olds being stabbed. Was it last week or so? It would be a part of that, partially. Not totally, but it will be a part of that. But, Pluto Mars is a pressure cooker. It's a pressure cooker waiting to explode. So, Mars Pluto, guys, get ready to assert yourself. If you have any project that you've been contemplating, that you've been doing, that you've left aside, here is your chance. Plow through. This square it's already started now. It's going to peak on the 8th of October. And it's going to be there until pretty much the 12th of October, right? So we got about just over a week left. Let's say about the next 8 days. We can utilize this Mars Pluto. It can be great for exercise, great for going to the gym, great for finishing any kind of projects or something that you've been working on, that you've been, you need that extra push. Mars Pluto will see that you get it done. It's a powerful placement. So we really want to be taking full advantage of that. Mars Pluto can be great for sports. It's Mars energy. Anything competitive can be wonderful for the bedroom activity. And let's not forget, we've still got that Venus Mars. They're still going on. We've still got the cosmic lovers in sextile with each other. And then we've got Pluto putting some extra fire, extra passions. So, all you bedroom bullies, get to work in a nice way, that is. No need to bully. No need to bully anybody. But, being a bit jokey there, but it can be great for, sexual activities. Because, again, it's a release. It's a purging function. It's a little bit like the movie The Purge. They've got a series about that now, haven't they? The Purge. It's quite interesting. There's something about movies and certain TV series that they're a bit disturbing, but on a deeper psychological level, they're touching on something inside of us. They're working something. Quite interesting. This Purge. Because I think this Purge, if you haven't seen the movie Purge, watch it. At least try watch the first one. Okay, it's a bit gory. It's quite violent. but I'm sure you've seen violent and gory movies anyway, right? But it's quite interesting just to, because this purge thing is happening. It's just not happening in the way that they've said it in the movie. I'm under no illusion that that will happen. Yes, I know you may watch these movies or series and think, that's a bit far-fetched. Surely they're not going to do that. Yeah, I reckon they will. They're already doing it, but we're doing it in a subtle way, in an unconscious way, where it's coming out even in certain programs already. Right? You know, all this Big Brother stuff and Love Island and, you know, all these kind of games where it's the purge in disguise. Don't get it twisted. And many people, many of you perhaps even like watching these particular series. So it's quite interesting. But it's Pluto. And on an extreme level, it's Pluto Mars. People who have Pluto Mars in their charts are extremely powerful, extremely determined. They will not settle for anything less. They know how to really push themselves to really extreme levels. Really, they can push it. You find that with Pluto and Saturn as well. Pluto, Saturn, Pluto, Mars, that combination is like, whoa. These are people that you do not want to meet on a bad day down an alley. Nah. Count me out. Now, so when this configuration is in the heavens, it's a time where we can really tap into some resourceful energy. Pluto Mars is extremely resourceful, people. So we've got a week here of being extremely resourceful, where we can really change and transform certain things in our life. Big time. Ugh. Getting on that, baby. Jump on board. We got the power. It's almost like the universe is giving us a bag, oh, I say a bag, a truckload of fuel. Use it. It's extremely resourceful. Pluto Mars. We got it for the next, you know, until about the 12th of October. So yeah, you want to be tapping into that energy for sure. So we got the Pluto Mars. And like I said, it peaks on the 8th. 8th is where it's like going to be at its strongest. Mars, Pluto. Want to finish anything, want to get anything? Yeah. You're gonna have that fire, you're gonna have that fire, you're gonna have that passion. You can do it. Tyrone is saying Mars, Pluto, put your money where your mouth is. Definitely. Yeah, most definitely. Put your money where your mouth is. It is that. It can be a really good resourceful time. So it peaks on the 8th of October. What else do we have? Then on the 12th of October, Mr. Mars moves into the sign of Scorpio. He's going back home. Mars in Scorpio is full of passion, full of energy, very intense, very motivated, very much alive. And as he moves into the sign of Scorpio, he's going to trine Saturn. So we're going to have Saturn trine Mars. Really good. Very hardworking. Very persistent. Sticking with one's commitments. Pushing the boundaries. Taking on challenges. Confronting your any obstacles. You ain't going to get better than those two. It's a locomotive. That's like a steam engine. That's like ain't nothing stop. That is the juggernaut. I call that aspect the juggernaut. Mars Saturn is a juggernaut aspect. So yeah, that is something again we can utilize, especially for those of you who may have a Mars Saturn aspect in the chart, or if either you have a Mars Saturn aspect, or if you're Aries, Scorpio, Aries rising, Scorpio rising, Capricorn rising, this is good for you. Lap it all up. It's a great trine. It's a nice trine. You definitely want to be you definitely want to be you want to get in on this, man. So that's going to be on the 12th. It's probably going to peak on that 12th because Saturn is at or it may even be the next day. It's going to peak actually on the 13th of October. On the 13th of October is where we get the peak of the Mars trine Saturn. That's going to be on the 13th is where we're going to experience that. So that's good. Good stuff. Good energy there. Let's go for that. What else happens after that? 14th, there's the eclipse. So I spoke about that. Solar eclipse in Libra. So that then what happens? Mercury will be in Libra, Venus will be in Virgo. What else are we going to be experiencing here? Anything else? Well, the sun will start to come to the end of Libra. Just to say, on the 18th of October, the sun is going to be conjunct a fixed star known as Spica. On the 18th of October. 18th of October is going to be a very auspicious day, people, especially in relation to money or romance or love life. On the 18th of October, I will not repeat it again. On the 18th of October, the sun is going to be conjunct the fixed star Spica. It's a really beautiful fixed star. May pick up the energy even on the 17th of October, but it's going to be exactly on the 18th of October. That's where it's going to be conjunct. Very good. Doing any kind of ritual, meditation, prayer, anything to do with finances, anything to do with money, anything to do with relationships, love life. This is going to be the place where you want to do it. That's going to be on the 18th of October. You ain't heard that anywhere else, baby. I give you the lowdown. What else can we be expecting during this time? Okay, not much happening. So that's the 18th. What else? 18th of October. What else is going to be happening? From the 18th of October. From the 18th of October until the from the 18th of October until the 22nd of October. From the 18th of October until the 22nd of October, there's going to be a trine between Venus and Jupiter. Really good. Very auspicious. It actually peaks on the 22nd of October. This is great. Great for indulging, but do be careful. Try not to go over too much. Great for making money. Especially for you guys who are in the Venusian industry. You're into the arts, dancing, painting, fashion. This is going to be a great time. Okay? We're going to have a great trine here. Let me just go back again and let me just double check. Yeah, from the 18th. From the 18th of October. There's going to be a trine from Venus to Jupiter. And Jupiter is in the sign of Taurus, which is the sign ruled by Venus. Exceptional. There's a reception there. Great. We like that. We like that. We like that. It's helpful. It's a good trine, but it's not the greatest of trines, but it's a good trine. We got the two benefics, Venus and Jupiter, really bringing the parties back on, people, because Venus would have separated from opposing Saturn. So we have a bit of a downplay with the Venus opposing Saturn, a little bit down, and then starting from the 18th of October, high again, party time. Yeah, and the sun is going to be conjunct Spica too. This is good. I'm loving this. Great stuff. Venus is going to be trining Jupiter. It's going to be a really uplifting time. And then that goes on until that peaks on the 22nd, like I said, but still will be there. It will start to wane, but still will be there until, let's say, about the 25th of October. We're still going to be having that trine. Actually, even more. Sorry, apologies. Yeah, to about the, no, let me go. Till about the 25th, 26th of October, we will still be able to draw or take advantage of Venus trining Jupiter. Okay. But then after that, starting from the 26th, Venus will start to trine Uranus. Well, well, well. The energy sparks up. Energy sparks, an increase, electrifying, excitement in relationships, excitement with money, windfalls, opportunity to experience windfalls. Aries rising can be good for your money. Virgo rising can be good for your money. Taurus, Taurus rising, Taurus sun sign, Taurus rising, Libra sun sign, Libra rising, Pisces rising, Aquarius rising. This can be a good time. All that time from like I said, from that 18th of October, from Venus starts to trine Jupiter, and then she finishes the trine with Jupiter, and then starts to trine Uranus. And then the peak of the Venus-Uranus is going to be on the 31st of October. Halloween. Gonna make some Halloween money, people. Get in there. Utilize that. Could be good for lottery wins. Can be great for that. Month of October. Also as well, on the 23rd, 24th of October, the sun is going to move into the sign of Scorpio alongside Mercury. Mercury is going to move into Scorpio so Mercury moves into Scorpio on the 22nd of October. Mars is already in Scorpio by that time. And then literally 2 days later, on the 24th of October, the sun will move in to the sign of Scorpio. When the sun moves into Scorpio on the 20th, Mercury moves into Scorpio first, like as I already said. Mercury moves into Scorpio on the 22nd. As he moves into Scorpio, he's going to trine Saturn. Very good. Structured thinking, very good for trade, good for travel, good for organizing, sorting out your businesses. Mercury trine Saturn. And then a few days later, the sun is going to move into Scorpio. Sun is going to trine Saturn. Great for organizing, great for structuring yourself, great for getting yourself in order, organizing. That's what you want to be utilizing with the sun trine Saturn. That will be on the 24th of October. So we still got a fair way to go, and I will talk more about that again in the chart. Also, starting from the 24th of October, the planet Mars is going to oppose Jupiter. Planet Mars will be in Scorpio, opposing Jupiter in Taurus. Huge energy, abundance amounts of energy, especially for you guys who are Aries, Scorpio, Aries rising, Scorpio rising. This can be really good. Great stuff for you. You can really take that to the huge amounts of energy. Very resourceful, very fortunate, and very lucky. Jupiter is the planet of luck, as we know. So do watch out for that. That is going to be towards the end of this month. And then, obviously, the last thing I want to talk about is on the 28th of October, we're going to have the full moon eclipse, right? The lunar eclipse. Let me bring up the chart for the lunar eclipse and end on this note. This is the chart for the lunar eclipse. Full moon eclipse. Moon in Taurus, exalted moon. This is going to be a good one. This is going to be a big one, and this is going to be a good eclipse. It's with the North Node. It's got power. It's got energy. It's going somewhere. It's about completion. Things coming to fruition. What was complete in your life 19 years ago? Because that was the last time we had a full moon eclipse at this same degree in that sign. 19 years ago. So we're talking 2004, right? Can you remember what was going on in your lives in 2004? Hello? Anybody home? Yeah, this is going to be a big one. It's a full moon. It's about completion, bringing things to a head. I will be talking more about this a bit more closer to the time, but I'm giving you heads up. This is not until the 28th of October, but it's an eclipse. So we've got an eclipse on the 14th of October, and we have an eclipse on the 28th of October. So yeah. Somebody's letting me know babies were being born. Well, if babies were being born, depending on your age, something else will be born. Babies being born makes sense with a full moon in Taurus. It's a full moon. It's something coming to fruition, something being complete, something being birthed. A full moon is about birthing something. So what is it going to be this time? A project, an enterprise, a business? Something else will have to be born out of this full moon. Watch your life. Astrology is cyclical. What goes around comes around. We reap, we sow, we reap what we sow. We sow what we reap. You know what I'm talking about. Yeah. That is the Cosmic News Update. That's all you need for now, baby. Yeah, that money bag. Someone's saying that money bag. Go get your money bag. This is the time. This particular lunar eclipse is a good one. It's a partial lunar eclipse, but nevertheless, it's a lunar eclipse nevertheless. It's going to be also conjunct Jupiter. Oh, this is going to be good. Oh, I'm going to love this one. Yeah, this one's going to take my that one's going to be hitting my moon. Party. Don't call me. Don't call me. I'll call you. I ain't going to be calling you either. Yeah, so shout outs to that one. That will be on the 28th, but I'll be speaking more about that perhaps this Sunday, also next week, Wednesday as well. We'll be speaking about that as that gets to the time, nearer to the time. And a few days after that, Halloween, baby. I might have to do a Halloween special, a Halloween podcast. Yeah, Halloween podcast, baby. I'll do a Halloween podcast. Just come up here with, you know, Baron Samedi hats. You know what I mean? Full moon, lunar eclipse in Taurus. Hey, shout outs to Angela. Also in the chat. Welcome. Well, that is the cosmic news right there. So let me stop sharing and let me go to competition time. Now, there's no winner for last week. Oh no, last week's winner was Jackie, right? So Jacqueline Edwards won the prize for the predicted events. Oh, it's still in my hand, meaning I haven't posted it, but I'm going to get it posted today, so you should get that. No problem. Either tomorrow or day after tomorrow. What's the rush? But the book that was up for last week's was this one. And I asked the question, and nobody's answered. I asked the question, what planet rules drunks? And this book was up for grabs. So it's going to be a rollover. Don't bother answering now. It's going over to next week, Wednesday at noon. The same question still stands. What planet rules drunks? And the winner is going to be receiving this book by Sue Fairbrother, good friend of mine. She passed last year. Astrology Decoded, step by step. It's for beginners, but it's quite well explained. Again, it's more for beginners. Intermediates can also use it as well. Speaks about the 12 zodiac signs, the 4 elements, the planets, the aspects, and how to interpret, you know, a birth chart. So it gives you like that step by step approach. So yeah, brilliant book. Astrology Decoded by Sue Fairbrother. So it's up for grabs. So the question is, what planet rules drunks? Question in my inbox, the Lunar Lounge podcast at gmail.com. The Lunar Lounge podcast at gmail.com. For those of you who are watching this on the YouTube, you will see the email address below. You're not seeing it live for those of you who are on live, but when you watch the recording after I've edited it and put it there, it will be there. The Lunar Lounge podcast at gmail.com. First person to answer from midnight GMT, 12 a.m. Wednesday GMT time. First question that goes in the inbox, what planet rules drunks, is going to be the person who gets Astrology Decoded. And there are many other books that are going to be up. Soon there's going to be cash up for grabs. Yeah. That's going to be interesting. Yeah, remember, have people charting, so partying for you. Okay, so no partying for me. Yeah, I know. No partying for me. I'll stick in my partying somewhere, mate. Got to enjoy myself, you know. I ain't gonna let you guys kill me like that. So, what are we on to now? Tarot card of the week, right? Let's get the tarot cards out. Let's get the tarot cards out of the bag. And let's see what the tarot card of the week is going to be. I can never remember for the life of me what tarot card we had the week before. Why am I so forgetful? Taking on too much. I need to start emptying stuff so I can start remembering what's going on. But yeah, it is what it is. Yeah. What did we get last week? Somebody remind me. But it is what it is. Didn't we get the 7 of Swords or something like that? I think it was the 7 of Swords, wasn't it? Something along those lines. The thing is I'm doing so much tarot readings now, especially with this subscription stuff. It was the strength. See? 7 of them. That was the week before. Yeah, so we got the strength. Okay. Strength it was. But I'm just doing so much. I can't recall. But yeah, it comes with the territory, doesn't it? It is what it is. I can't complain, mate. I can't complain. It is what it is. I love my job, but sometimes it's a bit much, but I do love it. I ain't gonna stress. Can't have it all, mate. Giving the cards a good shuffle, and then I'll be picking out tarot card of the week. Guys, if you haven't hit the subscription button, for those of you who are listening, hit that subscription button right now. Get it on there. So it was the strength card. Thank you very much, Yvette, for reminding me. So yeah. What else do we have here? The beautiful influences in the building. So right. Let's have a look at what card it is that's going to be coming out for the course of this week. Want to give another shuffle. Like shuffling. Gives a nice feeling, connecting to the universe. All right, okay. Let's pull out the card for tarot card of the week. You're going everywhere. Okay, dun, dun, dun. I shall find out what it is when you find out as well. You guys find out before me because I put it to the screen. What have we got? High Priestess. Did we get that? We've had that before, haven't we? I swear we've had the High Priestess. High Priestess. Okay, so we got the High Priestess that has come out for us for this week. I swear we had a High Priestess. We've had the High Priestess in the last month or two. I swear we have. Well, she's back again to give us another message. What is the message of the High Priestess? I'm trying to get the lighting here. There we go. That's a bit more like it. What is the High Priestess? What is it that she's trying to tell us? What is the message for us? Well, the High Priestess is letting us know this is a card of intuition. It's a card of inner wisdom that we need to be connected to, that we need to be relying on. Yeah, is what the High Priestess essentially is about. The High Priestess is letting us know that something new has been seeded, has been planted. Seeded, planted, something fertile. This is a card about knowledge. Are you studying something? Are you learning something? Signing papers. There's perhaps going to be some crucial papers or documentation, maybe receiving a certification, something to do with education that's going to be prominent for us over the course of the next week. Whether it's legal documents, educational documents, paperwork, lawyer, all this kind of stuff. Here it is, baby. Watch out for that. And I know you may be thinking, what? All of us? Everybody what? Yeah. If you're watching this, no coincidence, you're a part of it too. But the High Priestess is telling us that something is being initiated. Something has been planted. Something is in the early stage. Something is in the youthful stage. And we can't quite know it yet. There's something about the High Priestess. She's the keeper of secrets. She's the keeper of mystery. She holds the key to the mysteries, to the underworld. Something we're about to embark on something, but has not yet been fully revealed. And there's something that we need to learn. There's some knowledge that we need to acquire. There's some information that we need to acquire. That's why papers, documents, certification is going to be a part of this. So whether you're reading a book, maybe you're going on a course or something, might be to do with work, training, or something of that nature, well, you're signing some kind of document. Whether it's a legal document, it's going to be something that's going to make you learn and going to be aware of something. Is what the High Priestess is about. It's a deep card. A very powerful card. But it's a good one. So rely on your intuition. People, over the course of the next week, trust your intuition more. Use your intuition more. Not everything has to be rational and logical and look within and utilize and trust your intuition. The High Priestess will guide you. She's the inner feminine mother connection. She will guide you to where you need to guide you. She will give you the knowledge. Yeah? Hence why the papers or the documentation, there's something that you're needing to learn. She will give you that knowledge. She will give you that information, but you have to seek it and you have to trust the process. So we're in the early stages that something has been planted, perhaps even coinciding perhaps with that new moon eclipse that's going to be happening on the 14th. All part of it. What's going to be next week? The 11th? That's going to be the next live show. High Priestess is speaking to us. You see the owl, use your wisdom. That is the High Priestess. That is the card of the week, people. What else did I want to mention today? Was there anything I needed to mention? Thanks for everybody who supports, for you guys who are listening on the podcast, wherever you're listening from. My Belgian folks, highest listeners in Europe, Brazil, highest listeners on the planet. Shout out to all my people in the Middle East, Mother Africa, Asia, Europe. Shout out to you all, man. Thanks a lot for supporting me. You do surprise me. People, it's the end of the Lunar Lounge podcast. My name is Israel Ajosi. Thank you for being with me. The show will be uploaded on Spotify, Amazon, Apple. You'll be able to listen to it in the next couple of hours. Also, the one on the YouTube as well will be taken down, and you will be able to. I take the one down because it shows all the nitty bits faffing around in the beginning. That's why I take it down and just edit it. So I just give it a little bit of an edit, and I put it back up again later. So it'll be back up later this evening. So it's nothing at all to lose your head about. It's all good. What else did I want to say? I'm sure I wanted to say an announcement. I can't remember for the life of me. Paid subscription, people, get on board. Get in while it's there, because I'm going to stop that. Like, you know what I mean? It's a dichotomy, because people are signing up and it's like, yeah, they're keeping me busy on one level, and then I'm thinking, how much more can I take? And the prices are going up. They're going up this week, as a matter of fact. For those of you who are signed up already, it will stay the same, so don't worry. The prices are not going to switch on you. They might do next year. I'm also going to be put in maybe around either tomorrow or Friday. But there's also going to be a yearly plan also as well, where you can pay for the whole year. And that's going to work out cheaper as well. It's almost like you're going to get like a month free on that. Maybe 2 months, who knows? So there is that as well. For those of you who have signed up, for those of you who are on the platinum edition or the diamond package as well. Lectures are going to be going up this week. Not necessarily, yeah, they will be going up on the website. If not, I'll be posting them on all the other social media platforms where you guys reach me of the topics. So classes are going to be starting from next week, if not the week after. There's going to be various subjects. So some of you guys are privileged to also, as a part of the package, you're going to be able to attend certain classes as well, because it's inclusive. So you don't have to pay. You can just let me know that, hey, I want to go to this class where you're talking about, whatever relationships or whatever I may be talking about, or whatever the topic is about, you may want to attend. It's included also in the package. I don't think you guys realize what you're getting in the, I've been looking at some of that subscription and thinking, people have been ringing me and saying, you can charge double for what you give here. Like, have you seen that list? Like, you may want to edit some of that and take some of that shit off. Like I said, you're keeping me busy. Go and sign up to the membership before the price goes up, because it's going to be going up this week. That's for sure. By the time you hear me live again, which will be on next week's show on the 11th of October, the prices definitely would have shut up. So get in there now while you can. www.sacredplanets.co.uk. Go in there. Get in there while you can. Thanks a lot, people. Thanks a lot for your support. My name's Israel Josie. You've been tuned in, listening to the one and only, the Lunar Lounge podcast. I am the host with the most planetary news and updates. And on that note, I'm going to finish. Thank you, thank you, thank you, and more thank yous. And I'll be with you again on Sunday. What date's Sunday? Sunday coming? Oh, it's going to be the 8th, right? If I've recovered after my birthday partying, you might get a show on Sunday. I'm sure you will. I'm just kidding. But if not, you'll catch me next week, right? On the 11th, recovering from my party. Gonna party, man. It's gonna be live on Friday. Yeah. Anyway, thanks a lot, guys. Enjoy the day. Enjoy the week. God bless you all. Thank you.
Welcome to the Lunar Lounge.
The Hitmakers.
Welcome to the Lunar Lounge.